Oscar, Lando, great to see you guys. Thanks for having a chat after finally getting a chance to drive your car for 2024. How did it go?
Yeah, it was good. Nice to be back out on track and see sort of the first taste of this year's car. I think it felt quite similar to what I remember. It all felt pretty comfy and no major surprises, which was good. But with the conditions we had today, it was not the easiest to get a read on what the car's like. So everything went smoothly, felt comfy in it, which is the most important thing. And we'll see what we've actually got when we get to Bahrain, I guess.
How about you, Lando? You look nice and wrapped up, so showing how cold it is here at Silverstone.
No, I think similar things, honestly. It was just good to be back in the car. It's always a special day to hop back in the car, especially when you've been there from the start. You know, early last year, you already start to see the first variations of what this car now is. And you slowly see it coming all together. So when you see it in one piece and you actually get out to drive it, it's a cool thought. And it's just nice to be back in the car. I felt comfortable and didn't feel like I've been out of it for a long time. So it was nice. Not the best weather to go out and kind of make that comeback on, but just to get back out in the race car and get that feeling back was nice.
So how was your respective winters? It looked from social media like you had a great time. What did you get up to?
You went everywhere.
I traveled the world. I did a little bit of everything. I went to Australia. That was never planned. That was more, I wanted to get out the country that I was in. I was like, I'm not enjoying it here. Where else can I go? And a little spontaneous trip to go see Daniel. So it was nice. And I went from 40-degree heat to minus 30 in Finland. So it was quite a big shock to the body, that. 70-degree turnaround. So it was, and there's just quite nice, and I love Finland. Finland's a great place to get away from it all and less people and things like that. So a few different things, but mainly just spending some time with friends and family, and that's for me the best thing.
Did you mess about on Daniel's farm, since you got tractors and all sorts around there?
I did. I don't think anything I can say publicly without putting myself at risk for various other things. So we had a lot of fun, and it was very nice. So was cool, and he introduced me to NFL. So I didn't even know how NFL works until Daniel explained it all. So was calling all into that. I didn't watch Super Bowl and things like that, but it was we had a lot of fun. I'll just leave it there.
How about you, Oscar? Good to be back home?
Yeah, I also went to Australia. But yeah, it was nice to go home for a few weeks and see my family and friends. It's kind of my annual trip home. So nice to spend some time with them and enjoy some warmer weather as well, which was good. And then just been back in the UK, spending time with my girlfriend, just chilling out.
I bet you missed him, haven't you?
Spending time with her, which was nice, just chilling out, kind of taking a break from race cars for a bit. I think I only kind of realized when I got back into the swing of things, just how busy a Formula One season is. So it was nice to have that break in the off season, now ready to go again.
So is this the first time you guys have seen each other since the end of last year?
No, we've had a couple of marketing
days in McLaren and things like that. So tired of each other already.
Yeah. No, you're not. I can see how much you guys enjoy hanging out with each other. Is that fair? Like, it genuinely looks like you love hanging out.
When we're forced to. Yeah.
By contract, yes.
Yes.
One thing I enjoyed when the Lewis Hamilton news came out was you both got to social media. So I think, Oscar, you went first and you tweeted along the lines of, I've just been out for a run, have I missed anything? And Lando, you went on social media and said, did a version of what Oscar did when he left Alpine. Remember that post?
I do. Which one, his one or?
Well,
actually, it was a bit of it's a shock to everyone, I'm sure, but I was caving in Vietnam, so I was without my phone for 4 days.
Okay.
So when I got out the cave, when I found my way out, which was
Lando Norris goes into a cave for off season,
and I was sleeping on the bus on the way home, and my friend's gone, "Oh, Lewis is driving Ferrari," and I was just gone, "Oh, shut up," and didn't believe him. I just thought he was trying to wake me up, or because everyone got back on their phones, and I was like, actually, I'm going to leave my phone off, and make the most of it, my life without a phone for a little bit. And turned out to be true, and he was telling the truth. But it was a bit of a surprise and a bit of a back to reality of news and all of this stuff. So I was happy to get away from it, but exciting news.
What do you make of it, Oscar?
Yeah, I think a bit of a shock for everyone. Like I saw the rumours of it happening, but yeah, I mean a similar kind of thing really. You always see those kind of rumours, but they're always around, and I mean, yeah, being in the sport, you quickly learn to dismiss 99.9% of rumours that go around. But this one was true. So I think it's pretty incredible to see a move of that magnitude happen. I think it's probably the biggest driver move that's happened ever, I want to say. He's obviously got a lot of history with Mercedes as a company and as a team. So pretty big change, but I think definitely a shock, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of eyes on the sport in general to see how that goes.
So one thing that's not going to change is you guys dressed in papaya, because you've got long-term deals. Lando, you recently signed yours. Oscar, you did yours at the back end of last year. How good is that to have that stability going forward into this season, especially when McLaren seemed like they were on the right path?
It's great. It's great. I think we've worked very well together over the last year. And
it's not gone that fast.
No. It's only been a year, but it's. I think things have gone very well, and we've worked well together, and I think we've helped the team move in the right direction, which is always a positive sign. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more of that, and I hope we do over the next however many years. So yeah, exciting time for both of us, and I think good for the team also that they've just we got to focus on what we need to focus on, which is making the car quicker and battling for what we want to battle for, and we don't need to be distracted by the rest of what the funny things that go on in the world and all these rumors and things like that, because we're here for a little while longer. So a good thing for the team, and obviously both of us too. So plenty of time to look forward to.
Same for you, Oscar? Yeah,
I think we've worked very well together in the last 12 months. I think I'd like to hope we played a little part in trying to push the team last season with the turnaround, and I think having both of us there for the long term is just really good stability for everybody involved. I think for me personally, having that kind of stability so early in my career is a very comforting thing, and I think for everybody that's a part of McLaren, like Lando was saying, you don't have to worry about whether you've got the same drivers or there's change. We're going to be around for a long time. So I think it just continues to build the momentum and the comfort within the factory. We've added a few more contract hours that we have to hang out together as well.
I know that no one really knows where they stand at this point in the season, but the answer everyone wants to know is, can you take the fight to Red Bull this year?
I mean, there's more faith than ever in doing that. Especially with, I say how quickly we managed to turn around last year. I say quick; it still took months to kind of go through a lot of bad times and problems, and probably years to go through a lot of bad times and problems to eventually come to the correct solution for some of it. But I think last year brought a lot of faith and hope to a lot of people within the team, and a lot of motivation that we went from where we were. Started in the year in a very bad, rough spot to our best season for many, many years. And considering we were able to do that, comparing to what has been the most successful car and team in Formula One for a very long time and almost ever, and get as close as we did many times, and to beat for Oscar to beat Max in the sprint, like we got there almost. So to know we were that close. We still have a long way to go with many things, but we were close on various things. Of course, we want to believe that it's getting closer and closer and not far away. So we'll just keep working hard. I think that's what we've been good at over the last few years, is keeping our head down and concentrating on ourselves, and it's worked. So that's something we'll continue to do.
Yeah, I think for me, the difference in attitude and I guess mindset and confidence from this point 12 months ago is night and day different. So I feel like we've really transformed as a team in the last 6 months especially, I think of course the aim is to keep that development progress going. I'm going to say the line, we don't know what everyone else has got. But I think we can be confident, from our proven success in the last 6 months, that we're doing a lot of things right. We still have room to improve and areas that we can make better. But I think a lot of the things we've been doing in the last 6 months, especially, have been on the right track, and I think that gives everyone a lot of confidence. So hopefully we can take the fight. We've been close a few times, and I think, of course, we'd love to be able to do that more consistently. I think there's a lot of other teams around us that want to do that as well. So, we can't be naive and pretend that it's just us against Red Bull. There's going to be a lot of other teams in the fight as well, I imagine. So we have to stay wary of that, and yeah, it's going to be a pretty close year, I think.
Now, Lando, you were saying earlier when you topped out the car that you never really felt better. You feel like feeling really good heading into this season. Oscar, you're heading into your second season. I guess you feel more comfortable because you've done a year now and nothing's going to be new. What are you kind of aiming to improve on individually this year?
I mean, there's always different areas here and there, but I think the clear one was just I made a few too many mistakes last year in qualifying. So for me, that's the most obvious and simple place to try and improve, but never an easy thing to just go and do. Sometimes you want to be in that situation to really try things and learn different ways of improving, and then you have to wait till Bahrain till you really get another chance. So yeah, I think on many waves in terms of how I've prepared and how I've prepared with the team around me, physically, mentally, how the whole team is here in McLaren, how they've all prepared is better than ever. So we're in a good position. I feel like we're genuinely prepared, whereas if you asked us now, how did we feel last year, I don't think we would say we were really ready, to go out and put up a fight. So I think we're in a much better position, and the fact we're saying that is a good sign. But we've not hit the track yet, so time will tell. But I think in terms of preparing for everything we can, we're doing a good job.
Yeah, I think for me, going into my second year, obviously there's just a lot more familiarity with everything, be it from the little things like knowing people's names, to just the schedule and sort of the amount of effort and work that goes into becoming a successful F1 driver. I've got that year of experience under my belt, so everything feels a bit more natural and comfortable now. I've certainly still got things that I want to improve from last season that I think we've done a good job of tackling over the break, but there's certain things that you just can't do without driving a race car, so we'll have to see and keep working on that, of course. And I think also just because I've got a year of experience under my belt doesn't mean it's going to make everything easier. So it will make some things a little bit better, but it's still going to take a lot of hard work. And so yeah, I'm not sort of denying that fact either. I think also from a team point of view, I think I think it's probably the first time in a long time that we're entering a season with this much optimism and hope that we can really be challenging right at the front. So I think from everyone, I think there's nervous excitement, which last year I think was just nervousness. So that's a nice change. But yeah, definitely been trying to work on, from a personal point of view and from a team point of view, everything that we can.
So just to wrap this up, give me a bold prediction for this year. Don't rush it once.
No. I don't know. I think over time I've just learned to not make predictions. Genuinely, it's just, yeah. I don't know. There's no point. Yeah, I don't know. Expectations and predictions, all of these things. I have expectations for what I want to achieve, what I think we need to achieve as a team. But in terms of predictions, I don't know. I just don't do them anymore.
My bold prediction.
Yeah.
Fernando Alonso to Mercedes.
Oh, you said it. Let's see where we get to at the end of the season. Chaps, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.